A Garden Love Story. The Tale of Escallion Girl and Thyme Boy. Far beyond the rolling hills and sparkling streams, there was a magical place called Green Garden Village. It was a beautiful village where flowers bloomed all year long, birds sang sweet melodies, and every fruit, vegetable, and herb lived together in harmony. The cobblestone paths were lined with colorful blossoms. Cozy cottages stood beneath giant trees, and the warm sunshine made everything sparkle like gold. Among all the villagers, there was one girl everyone knew and loved. Her name was Escallion Girl. With her bright green ponytail flowing behind her and a basket of fresh escallions in her arms, she brought smiles wherever she went. Every morning she walked through the village greeting her friends with joy and kindness. "Good morning, everyone," she would call. The villagers waved back. Children laughed and played in the garden paths. Market vendors arranged their fresh produce, and the sweet scent of flowers drifted through the air. Escallion Girl loved every part of Green Garden Village. She loved the cheerful people. She loved the colorful gardens. And most of all, she loved helping others. As she skipped down the path one sunny morning, she smiled and said, "What a beautiful day. I wonder what adventure is waiting for me today." Little did she know, this ordinary morning was about to become very special. Because somewhere on the other side of the village, a quiet young herb gardener was carefully tending his plants. His name was Thyme Boy. Unlike the lively and outgoing Escallion Girl, Thyme Boy was calm, thoughtful, and gentle. Every morning before most villagers were awake, he could be found in his beautiful herb garden. As the sun rose over the village, he carefully watered his thyme plants. "Good morning, little friends," he said softly. "Let's help you grow strong today." He checked each plant carefully, making sure every leaf was healthy and every flower had enough water. Everyone in Green Garden Village knew Thyme Boy had a kind heart. Whenever someone needed help, he was always there. If a flower was wilting, he helped it grow again. If a neighbor needed herbs, he gladly shared from his garden. And if someone felt sad, he always had a kind word to make them smile. One morning, fate finally brought Escallion Girl and Thyme Boy together. At the farmer's market, Escallion Girl was carrying a large basket of vegetables when she accidentally bumped into him. "Oh!" she exclaimed. Several thyme bundles fell from Thyme Boy's basket. "I'm so sorry," Escallion Girl said. Thyme Boy smiled. "It's okay. No harm done." Escallion Girl noticed how calm he was. Most people would have been upset, but not him. "You're awfully serious," she teased. "And you're awfully energetic," he replied with a grin. For the first time, they both laughed. From that day on, they kept running into each other. At the market, in the gardens, along the village paths. Soon they developed a friendly rivalry. "Bet I can sell more produce than you today," Escallion Girl challenged. "You're on," Thyme Boy replied. Some days she won. Some days he won. But secretly they both looked forward to seeing each other. As the weeks passed, they became friends. They shared stories. They explored flower fields. They laughed together beneath the giant sunflower trees. Yet neither one realized how much they had begun to care about each other. Then one evening, everything changed. Dark clouds gathered above Green Garden Village. The wind began to howl. A powerful storm swept across the village. Market stalls toppled over. Flowers bent in the wind. Fruits and vegetables scattered everywhere. The villagers rushed for shelter. But Thyme Boy stayed behind. Without hesitation, He ran through the storm, helping everyone he could. He helped elderly gardeners carry their baskets. He protected younger children from the wind. He secured loose market tents and rescued plants that had been knocked over. Escallion Girl watched from beneath a shelter. For the first time, she saw something she had never noticed before. She saw just how kind Thyme Boy truly was. His courage, his compassion, his selflessness. And suddenly, her heart felt different. When the storm finally passed, the village slowly returned to normal. The next morning, Escallion Girl opened her front door and found a small bundle of fresh thyme tied with a green ribbon. Attached was a handwritten note. For the girl who makes every day brighter. Thyme Boy. Escallion Girl stared at the note. A smile slowly spread across her face. She hugged the bundle tightly. Her cheeks turned pink. That afternoon, she prepared a basket of fresh escallions. Then she wrote a note of her own. For the boy who taught me that strength can be gentle. Escallion Girl. When Thyme Boy received the basket, his face lit up with happiness. From that day forward, something beautiful began to bloom between them. They spent more time together. They walked through butterfly gardens. They shared picnics among the flowers. They watched sunsets paint the sky with shades of gold and pink. They talked about their dreams beneath a giant oak tree. One evening, they sat together in the star garden. Fireflies danced around them while lanterns glowed softly in the warm night air. Thyme Boy looked at Escallion Girl. His heart was racing. There was something he needed to say. "Escallion Girl," he began. "Yes," she replied softly. "You make every day brighter, every garden more beautiful, every moment happier." Escallion Girl smiled. Thyme Boy took a deep breath. "I think I've fallen in love with you." For a moment, everything became quiet. Then Escallion Girl gently took his hand. "I was hoping you'd say that," she whispered. "I love you too." Above them, the stars sparkled. The fireflies danced, and their hearts felt lighter than ever before. Soon the entire village learned about their romance. Everyone celebrated. The villagers decorated the market with flowers and lanterns. A wooden sign was placed at the center of the village that read, "Spicy girl plus sweet boy equals perfect seasoning." Everyone agreed it was true. Escallion Girl brought excitement and energy. Thyme Boy brought calmness and warmth. Together, they were the perfect pair. As the seasons passed, they planted a special herb garden together. Every flower and herb represented a memory they shared. And each year, their love grew stronger. On warm evenings, they still walked hand in hand through Green Garden Village. And whenever young villagers asked how they fell in love, they would smile and tell their story. Because sometimes the most beautiful things take time to grow. And sometimes the perfect love story begins with a simple hello. And so Escallion Girl and Thyme Boy lived happily ever after. Together. Forever. The end. Some hearts are like herbs, meant to grow together.